Kristin Hersh, celebrated singer, songwriter and frontwoman of seminal 4AD band Throwing Muses and power trio 50FOOTWAV, will be releasing her new solo album Possible Dust Clouds on October 5 via Fire Records. Following the first single LAX, announced a few weeks ago, she now presents a rough mix of another song to feature on the album, Breathe In, a turbulent with an assertive swagger. These two tracks are the first new material from Kristin Hersh since 2016, when she released her double album, book combo Wyatt at the Coyote Palace, released on vinyl in 2017. On Breathe In, Hersh is joined by Fred Bong Throwing Muses, Belly on bass and Kristin's son, Wyatt True, on drums. On LAX, she is accompanied by Chris Brady Pond on vocals and Rob Allers 50FOOTWAV on drums. Hersh is also gearing up for her United Kingdom tour with a string of 11 shows and a repertoire comprising material spanning her career, her poignant true stories bringing the listener into what the BBC calls Hersh's dark and dizzy world. Following news of her sold-out June 21 show at Robert Smith's Meltdown, the UK's longest-running artist-curated music festival, additional shows in London, Glasgow, Newcastle, Halifax, Cambridge, Ramsgate, Brighton, and Bristol were announced. Kristin Hersh is most recognised as the frontperson for the influential art punk band Throwing Muses and power trio 50FOOTWAV. Throwing Muses first gained traction in the early 80s, playing with similarly singular artists, such as the Pixies and Dinosaur Jr. They continue to release groundbreaking music, most recently with 2013's double CD masterpiece Purgatory, Paradise. Kristin's solo career spun off in 1994 with the release of Hips and Makers, a widely acclaimed album that included Your Ghost, a duet with REM's Michael Stipe. Since then, Kristin has released a steady of distinctly individual solo albums, including 2010's Crooked, released as her first in the Inventive Book CD format, for which she is now known. Support for Kristin on these dates will be friend and former Throwing Muses and Belly bass player Fred Bong, who will be touring his new solo acoustic EP, alternately described as Ragged Replacements and Elliott Smith with Balls. Hersh and Bong warmly recall their time together in Throwing Muses. Fred was part of the band at the time that The Real Ramona was recorded. This tour is a celebration of this long-standing friendship, as well as an expression of their appreciation of each other's solo efforts. 2016's Wyatt at the Coyote Palace, on which Kristin played all of the instruments, received rave reviews and explosive, defined by blistering guitars, powerful drumming and her signature visceral vocal technique. In 2004, Kristin formed 50FOOTWAV, releasing a series of frighteningly intense mini-albums, the latest being the Bath White EP was described as a series of loud explosions, of velvet-like dreams all intermingled at the same time. Kristin's writing career has flourished with a highly acclaimed paradoxical Undressing released as Rat Girl in the USA and the award-winning Don't Suck, Don't Die, a personal account of her long friendship with the late Vic Chestnut. Hersh's UK tour kicks off on June 17 in Bristol at the Redgrave Theatre and wraps up in Britain's southeast on July 1 at the Ramsgate Music Hall. Tour and ticket info for all shows can be found at www.kristinhersh.com/appearances. June 14 Tel Aviv, Zappa Club June 17 Bristol, Redgrave Theatre June 18 London, Cecil Sharp House June 21 London, Meltdown Festival sold out June 24 Glasgow, Mackintosh Church June 25 Halifax, Square Chapel June 26 Newcastle, Cluny 2 sold out June 27 Newcastle. Cluny 2 June 28 Cambridge, Stories Field Centre June 29 Ramsgate, Ramsgate Music Hall sold out June 30 Brighton, Duke of York's Cinema July 1 Ramsgate, Ramsgate Music Hall.